as you know, the storm came and devastated quite a number of Carriacou and Petit Martinique's stock. Many sectors were badly affected, including the fishing sector, agriculture, and so one of the mandates from the Ministry of Climate Resilience, Environment and Renewable Energy is to ensure that we restore Carriacou, we restore the pristineness of Carriacou and Petit Martinique, and that we bring it back to some sort of normalcy so that persons can commence again in terms of building their lives and also making Carriacou much more climate resilient. Through the Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority, in which we're the line ministry, we have partnered with the Ministry of Infrastructure for Project Pristine, where you would see there has been quite a number of different cleanup campaigns and initiatives towards getting all of the debris into sites where it can be compacted and shredded.
My name is Mr. Kevin Clark. I am the Operations Supervisor for Carriacou and Petit Martinique, Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority. Our responsibility is to manage the debris that is produced by Hurricane Beryl. So we are at one of our sites, our point collection, Mount Pleasant. So the process that is taking place here right now is we're in the process of doing waste separation. So as the waste has been collected, each contractor, each private personnel that wish to use the site would have to come to the site and deposit of the hurricane debris collection. All right, so we have different areas in which we separate or categorize the waste. So at the farthest right, we have where we're going to collect our metal waste in terms of galvanized old iron, etc. Then we have at this section where the tractor is presently working, where we're going to collect our treated and untreated lumber. And also we have an area for collection for the wires that are produced. So the process is very simple, the process is workable, and we are applying as instructions are given.
So we are on another site, and I think this is Hillsborough. And I wanted to point out specifically what you're seeing here now. So as when you go through the different sites that we have as storage facilities for these debris, you will notice that at some sites the processing has already started in terms of the waste. So for example, here in Hillsborough, you will see quite a number of the tree debris. Some of the wood debris has been chipped by the wood chipper, and they are being stockpiled here now. So this is the type of things that we want to do. We do not want to bring on all of these big trunks and stuff as it is now in its normal state. So we are chipping it with the wood chipper. So as we go through the different sites, you would see that they have already commenced the second phase, which is breaking down the debris and stockpiling for transfer to mainland Grenada. Project Pristine was the cleanup post-Hurricane Beryl on land. So now what we are witnessing, or what we are going to witness, is the marine cleanup that is done by a service provider all the way from Trinidad and Tobago, IL Engineering Company. They have been engaged through the Ministry of Climate Resilience to assist us with getting some of the salvage wreckage off from the mangrove area, and so that we can see how best we can meet with the boat owners to see what can be done post that. We definitely have a mandate and a responsibility as a ministry to ensure that yes, we have faced with climate issues, yes, we have experienced this devastating hurricane, but how we rebuild, how we bounce back from it is key. So this is just one part of it, and we're going to see a demonstration as to how this boat works, the operations work to remove the salvage wreck.
My name is Kevin Lawrence. I'm the Marine Manager for IL Engineering Services Limited. We're based in Trinidad, South Trinidad. We support the gas and energy sector in Trinidad. This vessel here is a utility vessel, and it's designed for different multiple tasks in the marine sector. So some people call it multi-purpose. We call it utility because it could do almost anything. Once it could operate in certain weather conditions. We provided a unique service to assist with the removal of wrecks in the oyster bed that sunk, right? That could cause more harm than good. The process of removing the debris is a lot of planning, even from back in Trinidad. We planning this exercise about 2 months now. I've been here before on a site visit, and I came back to execute with a plan. And putting that plan together is a lot of equipment, simple things like spreader bars, airbags, compressors, right? Make sure the vessel fit and ready, you know, with certain equipment. This vessel also been just repowered, so we have new generators, new main engines, everything brand new. So it's just more or less putting everything together with a plan and a method, so that when we reach here, you know, we have to do a dive survey of the area first to ensure that we don't have additional debris that could damage our vessel and cause other disruptions to the lagoon area, the oyster bed. So basically, once we do that, then we'll have divers will come now and assess each vessel, because each vessel has a different form of removal or different challenges of removal. So the diver will go in there and in the water, do a seabed survey, do a vessel survey, and see what we need to have it done. And then some of the vessels, the other challenges, some of the sail vessels have long masts, 50 feet long, so we had to remove all the stay and then get the crane to hook that up and take it out before we could actually work on the vessel itself. Then you have vessels with challenges with might have fuel and oil contamination, so we have spill kits to recover any spill. And that basically it. Once we have that, then we will make a lift for the vessel. We will assess the weight and the radius, and then after we'll start to pump out the water and we'll bring she up slowly. While the water being removed, it'll get less weight, and we'll bring her on board. Once that is if she have any damages on the hull, because sometimes the boat could flip on it in the water, but the hull could be okay. So once that is the case, we bring her on deck, we secure her, and we take her to the port, where the government will dispose of the rest.
So with regards to the importance of clearing up the mangroves, we're very much aware. I've been in Turtle Bay now for the last 3.5 years, and we're very much aware that this particular area is a marine reserve. So you guys and the government coming in here and clearing up the mangroves of all the debris is very, very important. It is something that is the lifeblood of Turtle Bay Marina and Carriacou as such, because this area is what feeds the oxygen to the oceans around Carriacou itself. So very important what you guys are doing right now.
It's been absolutely amazing that the government has stepped up to the plate and brought in this barge to help clean up all the rest of the work and all of that sort of thing. So yay for, Grenada, yay for Carriacou, hooray for these mangroves having a chance to come back.
Today we have witnessed what a normal day within the schedule we have for the marine cleanup in terms of removing the salvage wreckage in the mangrove. So following that removal, the boats, they would come to the Dumfries landfill here in Carriacou, and it's going to be packed there. At present, the legislation states that it takes just about 6 months for persons to claim and for the owners to come forward. So what we do, we're going to hold them there, try as much as to contact some of the boat owners. Some have already stated that they do not want the boats. Others are off island. Some are yet to be identified. The owners are yet to be identified. So we're going to hold them there, ensure that we get the consent of the owners, and see how best we can go forward with it. So once it's cleaned up from the mangrove, we take it, bring it to Dumfries, stockpile in the meantime, go through the process as stipulated by law, and then we make a decision going forward thereafter.